In this video, I'm going to show you how to work with some text and then kind of put everything together. One of the things to note again, looking at my annotated annotated section of 94 and 95, is that if we mouse over any of these words, these green words sections, we get some information on them, a note. And if we click on that note, it will take us to another page. And this is all actually part of the larger path for the section, and I also included a link back, as well as some media on that page, which doesn't show up when we look at it that way. You'll note that you get some media as well when we actually click on the page. So I'm going to show you how to kind of put all this together and to make a page that looks something like this. So if you come over here to and click on New Page, and I'm going to type in sample page so it'll be easy to find later on, so it won't get confused with anything. And I've got some text here, pre-written text. So we've got our pre-written text, and one of the things we need is an image to get the page. So I'm going to highlight, because this is the annotated, and this is the edition, it's the actual text from the Media and Wisdom Massage. I have the page marked that way to tell where the pages are. So I'm going to come over here again to this one here, which allows me to highlight a word or a set of words and then add media to it. And I'm going to come down and grab the page I want, page 94, 95, hit continue, and now that's linked in there because I want to have the split emphasis. We can come down, we can hit save and take a look and see how it looks. So there we can see we've got the connection there. I come back, I want to edit some more. One of the things I want to do, I want to comment on the words new media. You see we've got the new media here is commented here. So again, I want to come over here and I want to highlight new media. But what I want, and then what I'm going to do here now, you'll see, is we've got these various options. This is to add a media annotation. You can play around with it. This is inline annotation, but I'm going to play here, add a note. So I want to click on this note, and it asks me if I want to find a note. But I don't actually have anything pre-made, though you could use other media if you wanted to. You could use a page. If you already have something made, you could use it as a note. Since I don't have anything as a note, I'm going to come down here or create a new page on the fly. And I'm going to call it new media. I'm going to call it sample again so I can distinguish it from the actual new media page. And then I'm going to come over here. I've got some pre-written text. Actually, I want this one here. And I come back, and I can actually enter the stuff in here, or I could just leave it out and just have the title and hit create new page. And it tells me that a new page has been created. But we don't have that new page fully done yet. So I can come down and hit save. And if I come here, I can see I've now got new media. I can click on new media, and there's no content there. Now there's no content because after I added it in where it said, create on the fly, I actually went and deleted it to show you how you can come and edit it again. But if I had copied and pasted all that and left it there and then hit to save that note, it would have made the note as is. So I can then edit this here, add my content in. Now, this here, because if you come back and take a look at this new media page, so you can see how it looks, we've got the indent there because that's the actual quote from the clue, and I wanted to kind of differentiate it from my annotation. So I've got it here. I'm going to click on this here to create an indent for that. And then we have, obviously I want to make this italicized because it's the title of the book. And then I want to actually create a link going back to pages 94, 95. So what I would do here, the blue link here is add a link to a Scalar page. This other link is an external link to so like another page outside of our project. So I want to click on this here, and then I want pages. And because I want pages 94, 95, but actually what I'm actually doing is new media sample. So actually no, I'm doing the sample page. So I will click on that because that's the page I'm actually working with. And so that's there. That will link us back. Now, also, since many of us don't know what Telstar is, what I want to do is click on Telstar, and I actually already have some media imported. John F. Kennedy actually talking about the launch of the Telstar satellite, which I got from going through the other archives. And I want to come down. Let's see if I can find it. Kennedy on Telstar. There we go. Hit continue. And that's added in there. And so now I can hit save. Oh yes, this is reminding me again. If you go to save something and there seems to be something wrong, it might remind you. What this is telling me is that it looks like I have some media involved, and the default view for that is right now, the single column does not really display well. The media won't display. So I need to, I could save it the way it is, but it's better to select it another way. I have split emphasis on the original, so we could go to split emphasis and we'll hit save now. And because it's going to display with media, it's not going to give me a error or like a warning message. So here we go. You can see we've got here this. If I want to, gives us a view. This view here where we can click on the play and watch the video. And this will actually just start the video if we click on it. We can also click this and this will take us back to the original page. And again, we could go back to the page we just made. And of course, we could, if we wanted to, edit here. And let's say, let's come over here real quick and do, let's say we wanted to actually add a timeline. Let's see if we can find a timeline of what happened in 1967. Just for fun. So we've got a timeline of 1967. We could copy that. We can come back to our page, and we could then highlight 1967. We can then go to the external link button. We can enter that in there. We can come down, save it. And so what we have then is, again, the whole package here. We've got, if we click on this, it tells us it'll take us to another page. We could open it up in a new tab, and there we go, a timeline for 1967. We have the Telstar video. And then once we're done sort of going through this page, we can click back onto go back to the main page, and there we go. Now, what we could also do, if we wanted to eventually, is to add our whole page onto a path. Now again, this one has been added as part of a path to the whole annotations for pages 94 to 96. And so I'll show you in the next video how to make a path.